And tonight I want to tell you about a little angel named Aalins Sharon Abraham. Just look at her. She was just 10 months old from God's own country, Kerala. 10 months old. That was her entire time on this earth. A tragic road accident took her away. She was declared brain dead, and her brave parents faced the kind of grief no parent should ever know. The loss of a child, a baby, is a pain that is beyond words, so I won't even try. And yet, in that darkest moment, they made a decision that has stunned and humbled all of us. They chose to donate baby Alin's organs. Alin's little kidneys will give life to a 10-year-old child. Her liver and her heart valves will help save other young lives waiting for a second chance. Just think about that for a few seconds before you move on. A little girl who barely began her life is now giving life to others. In just 10 months, Aalin has taught us something truly profound, and I wanted to share that with you because I know you agree with me tonight, that there is nothing higher in this world than saving another life. Nothing more powerful than compassion in the face of unbearable loss. Yes, we wish baby Alin Sharon Abraham was still here. We would do anything to have her back. But she will live on. She will be immortal in the children whose hearts beat stronger, whose bodies heal, whose lives continue because of this little child. Her organs will pump life into others, and her story will live in our hearts. It must inspire every single one of us to pledge our organs to ensure that in this brief time on earth, some much briefer than others, we pledge to help life continue with our organs. At NDTV, we are inspired by Baby Alin and call upon all to look at this beautiful little face that is no longer among us and acknowledge that she has done more in her 10 months on earth than most of us even think of doing in our lifetimes. May this little angel always inspire us to think of others, even in tragedy, even in death. And I'm joined tonight on India Matters by Jyoti Galada, who is the mother of Umang Galada, a 12-year-old who also passed away last year and became the youngest organ donor in West Bengal, and Sunaina Singh, who is the Chief Executive Officer of Organ India. Welcome to you both. Jyoti, I would like to start with you. I am so sorry for your loss. No words can replace what you have lost, but it is difficult to describe how Umang, baby Alin, have literally given life to others. To you first, Jyoti.
I want to say that life can change in a moment. And my son was a happy child, going to school, very intelligent, creative, playing with friends. And suddenly one day we discovered that he was having chronic kidney disease. You know, our story we have seen the struggle of finding an organ. I am a living organ donor to my son. And I saw the death of my child. And in that moment of grief also, we decided to donate organs because we were aware. I had faced the situation myself. Umang was on dialysis for 1 year. And for 1 year, I was in struggle of finding a kidney for my son. And this is the situation of organ donation in our country, that any organ failure patient, the biggest problem is finding an organ.
Yeah.
I decided to donate. Later, after the transplant, sometime after the transplant, he met with a cardiac arrest and we lost him. He got brain dead and we lost him. And due to awareness, we decided that his organs be donated to others. And if I could not save my son, at least he can save other people. And today it makes me very happy. Whenever we love somebody, we want their existence. We want to see them alive. And organ donation through that my grief actually turned into a purpose. I can see my son living through somebody's eyes.
Yes.
I feel he's still alive on this earth. I feel that,
Yeah.
that existence is still there. When people donate organs, their
That
hearts,
is so
imagine how
true. That is
beautiful
so,
it is that a heart is still beating on in somebody's body. And like the baby Alin is there,
yeah.
how the organs are giving life to others, the blessings the child received, my son received. I mean, that is the biggest moksha. I mean, life,
There is no,
though life was short.
there is nothing greater than saving a life and for your organs to give somebody else life. So Naina, if these two stories of baby Alin and young Umang don't inspire us all to pledge our organs and think about, saving other lives even in tragedy, nothing will. These two stories are so heartbreaking, but so incredibly inspiring.
Yes, absolutely true. And kudos to the parents who say yes after facing what is definitely the worst thing, the worst day of their life, worst thing that could happen to them. And unfortunately, our organ donation rate is quite low. It's picking up little by little, but not enough. There are many people who face organ failure every day.
Yes.
And they are waiting in lines. They are waiting for their turn to come. And most of the time, it doesn't happen. So India has, out of last year, approximately there were 1,200 people who donated their organs. All right, and the year before that, it's 1,200, a little bit more than 1,200, around over 1,200. And the year before that, it was 1,128. So not such a big jump at all. And you have so many people who are, waiting for organs. They're facing organ failure, and it's really quite tragic. That this is happening. There's lack of awareness. There's lack of hospitals at the who say government hospitals in smaller places who are not doing transplants, and therefore people don't have access to them. But overall, I think if you tell any Indian that we want to. That would you like to donate your organs after your death? People do say yes, because the concept of dan is big.
Yes.
It's just that they don't know the details. They don't know how they can do it. They're not confident of the situation.
Indeed.
And if that confidence comes in, if there's enough awareness everywhere, if there's enough talk about it, if transplants are available to everybody, then they'll be like, okay, so if I need, I can go and get it, and if somebody else needs, I would be willing to donate. So there's lots of different things that
Yes.
that need to happen. They are happening slowly, but I think it's too slow, and it's not really helping anyone. In fact, most of the transplants in India, say about 70% or so, are from living donors. Like Jyoti was, she was a donor to her son.
Yes.
So that is something we need to change. Most of the transplants should be coming from deceased donors and not from people who are living.
Correct.
So that's the situation in India right now.
I just want to share with the both of you that NDTV is hugely inspired by the stories of baby Alin, of young Umang as well. And I have decided, as managing editor of NDTV, to take this up as a campaign, not just in terms of awareness, but we're all going to pledge to do something about it, pledge our own organs, but also inspire others to do it. Because I am going to go to bed tonight with the faces of baby Alin and young Umang in my mind. And I can think of nobody braver and more inspirational than these little children and their parents. And we thank you for the life you've given to others. So I thank the both of you.
Can I add one thing?
Yes, Jyoti.
Can I add? So I just want to add one more thing, that just pledging is not enough.
Yeah.
In India, we need to talk about organ donation to our families, to let them know that you want to donate your organs, because at the time of death, if your family refuses to donate your organs, your pledging will not work.
Yeah.
So your family needs to know your decision. Family needs to know. So we have to talk to our families and let them know.
I'm going to, what I pledge to do is, I'm going to be in touch with the both of you after this show, and I'm going to get all that information, and I'm going to make sure that as many people in this country get that information via NDTV. That is my promise to you. Thank you very much, Sunaina. Thank you very much, Jyoti, for your time here on India Matters. Our deepest condolences to the families of both Umang and young baby Alin.